It is finally here and I saw it. The movie adaptation of the PlayStation video game series Uncharted. Released in theaters on February 18, 2022. This movie is directed by Ruben Fleischer and it stars Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Antonio Banderas, Sophia Ali, and Tati Gabrielle. My rating for Uncharted is a 4 out of 5, and here's why. The story is about Nathan Drake. He's a bartender and a petty thief. We see Nathan, or Nate as they call him, get recruited by Victor Sully Sullivan. Sully wants to bring in Nate to help him on a mission to retrieve the lost gold of Ferdinand Magellan. It is a race to that gold as wealthy billionaire Santiago would use his savvy and his wealth to find the gold first before Nate and Sully. This was a fun, entertaining movie. The story was good. Yes, they did alter a lot from the original video game series, but with this story, it helps build on these characters, as it essentially establishes the Sully and Nate relationship from the beginning. But within the story, there are a lot of story points and nods to the video game franchise. With that adaptation, they also added some new elements to the story of Uncharted. So it's not that they're constantly reusing the things we've seen from the video game. They did come up with some new concepts for the movie adaptation. I did have a slight fear about Tom Holland being cast as Nathan Drake, and with how the story goes in the movie, Tom Holland was perfect performing as Nathan Drake. Mark Wahlberg as Sully was good, although I couldn't help but feel that he was playing himself. As the movie went along, I accepted the fact that Wahlberg's performance as Sully is this demeanor. The action in this movie was really exciting to watch. There are some notable action sequences in this movie that they adapted from the video game series. It's like they took a little bit from this Uncharted game and then this Uncharted game and then from this Uncharted game and put it all together in this movie, which is good. Like I said, they are not reusing all that is done in the video games. They are coming up with new ideas. And speaking of new ideas, there are newly concepted action sequences that they came up with for this movie. The directing of the movie was good. Nothing too special done in the directing. It didn't feel out of place, nor did it feel anything too new. Even though I really enjoyed the action sequences, there are some moments in those action sequences I did not like. If you've seen my previous reviews of other action movies, you know what it is. It is the shaky camera technique. So the moments where they had some shaky camera action sequences, I did not like that. It made you feel lost in the action sequence, not knowing what was going on. Despite these action sequences being amazing, that's one of my gripes about the directing of it. But I did say some. During the entire action sequence, the shaky camera technique was not used throughout the entire action scene. I am a big fan of the Uncharted video game series from PlayStation. As you can see here with some of these games, I've played all the Uncharted games throughout all the PlayStation systems. I go into this movie like I do with every movie. I treat it as a movie, as what is presented to me, and not to nitpick the original source material. Although, with me being a big fan of the Uncharted series, I do tend to want to nitpick here and there what they should have done, what they shouldn't have done. With this though, I did go into it as a movie and just to see it as that. But I do want to nitpick this movie, but not in this review. It'll be in another review, a spoiler review, where I'm going to do some nitpicking and some analysis of the movie, because I have such a fandom for Uncharted and have a wealth of knowledge about the Uncharted games that I want to pinpoint things here and there and whatnot. So definitely check it out when I do that video in the future. Uncharted is a fun and entertaining adventure film. This has a great story and some awesome action scenes. I hope they will make a sequel to this, because I would love to see Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg portray their characters again in another Uncharted adventure. That is my review of the movie Uncharted. Please check out more of the Spell Go YouTube channel, and thank you for watching.